Hello, and good evening. It's evening, it's dark out. I should have did this video earlier, when there was more light, but I didn't. We're still reading Ray Comfort's Scientific Facts in the Bible. And we are on day 4, part 4.
Day 5, yeah!
We're on day
5, right?
No, we're on day 4.
No, we're on day 5.
Hold on.
No, we're on day 5 or 6.
No, we're on video. Hush. We're on video.
5.
I don't know what video we're on. I think we're on video 4. Day 4. Part 4. Chapter 3. Medical Science and the Bible.
We're on part 5.
That was to him.
Listen to me. Listen to the kids.
Okay.
Part 5.
Alright, it's part 4.
Part 5.
The Bible and the Law of Hygiene. Encyclopedia Britannica documents that in 1845, a young doctor in Vienna named Dr. Ignaz, I don't want to mess up his name, Ignaz Semmelweis, was horrified at the terrible death rate of women who gave birth in hospitals. Did I read that right? A young doctor in Vienna named Dr. Ignaz Semmelweis was horrified at the terrible death rate of the women who gave birth in hospitals. As many as 30% died after childbirth. Semmelweis noted that the doctors would examine the bodies of patients who died, then, without washing their hands, go straight to the next ward and examine expectant mothers. That's pretty gross. This was their normal practice because the presence of microscopic disease was unknown. Semmelweis insisted that the doctors wash their hands before each examination, and the death rate immediately dropped to 2%. Look at the specific instructions that God gave thousands of years ago to his people for when they encountered disease. I'm going to make you read in a minute. You want to be loud. And when he that has an issue is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in running water, and he shall be clean. That's Leviticus 15:13. Until recent years, doctors washed their hands in a bowl of water, leaving invisible germs on their hands. However, the Bible says specifically to wash under running water. The Bible and the correlation of the mind and body. Medical science has come to understand that there is a strong relationship between a person's mental and physical health. The Bible revealed this to us in the statements and others written around 950 BC. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is the rottenness of the bones. Proverbs 14:30. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and the good report makes the bones fat, healthy. Proverbs 15:30. Pleasant words are... Don't throw stuff at me. Come on, bonehead. Pleasant words are as honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. Proverbs 16:24. A merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. Proverbs 17:22. The Bible and bacteria. Can you guys turn that down, please?
Me?
Whoever's thing's making clicking noises.
Okay, turn your sound down.
The Bible and bacteria. And neither shall you eat any flesh that is torn of beast in the field. You shall cast it to the dogs. Exodus 22:31.
What's wrong with dogs?
Thousands of years before modern science identified bacteria, God made provisions for Israel by banning the eating of meat that may be spoiled by bacteria. The Bible and fat intake. The American Heart Association says the major kinds of fat in the foods that we eat are saturated, polyunsaturated, and monosaturated, and trans fatty acids. Saturated fats, trans fats, and dietary cholesterol raise blood cholesterol. A high level of cholesterol in the blood is a major risk factor for coronary heart disease, which leads to heart attack. In reference to prostate cancer, a study by the University of Pennsylvania Cancer Center stated, the fourth most common cause of cancer among men may be related to saturated fat consumption. Saturated fats come from animals. In Leviticus 7:22 through 24, we are told, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, You shall eat no manner of fat of ox or of sheep or of goat. The Bible and the immune system. The Bible instructs that male babies are to be circumcised on the 8th day, Genesis 17:12. Medical science has now discovered that this is the day that the coagulating factors in the blood called prothrombin. I never said I could read well. Prothrombin. Okay. So I'm going to read that sentence again since I stuttered over it. Medical science has now discovered that this is the day that coagulating factors in the blood called prothrombin is the highest. It reaches its peak on the 8th day, and then it drops. Medical science has also discovered that this is when the human body's immune system is at its peak. The Bible and the laws of quarantine. Well, that's a bad word after these 18 months, couple years, quarantine. Long before medical science discovered the importance of quarantine of persons with infectious diseases, the Bible instigated them. And 1490, this really threw me off, okay? I'm going to start over. Long before medical science discovered the importance of quarantine of a person with infectious disease, the Bible instigated them. In 1490 BC, the scriptures tell the children of Israel what to do if a man has leprosy. All the days wherein the plague shall be in him, he shall be defiled. He is unclean. He shall dwell alone without the camp. Without the camp shall his habitation be. Leviticus 13:46. Laws of quarantine were not instigated by modern man until the 17th century. During the devastating Black Death of the 14th century, patients who were sick or dead were kept in the same room as the rest of the family. People often wondered why the disease was affecting so many people at one time. They attributed these epidemics to bad air or evil spirits. However, careful attention to the medical commands of God, as revealed in Leviticus, would have saved untold millions of lives. Arturo Castig... I hate reading people's names. Arturo Castiglione wrote about an overwhelming importance of this biblical medical law. The laws against leprosy in Leviticus 13 may be regarded as the first model of sanitary legislation, a history of medicine. Alright, so I went in 9 minutes. Yesterday my video was 7 minutes, something like that. And it took me about 3 hours to upload the video. Thankfully it uploaded. I'm going to stop here. And then we have, let's see, how many chapters do we have left? We have 13 chapters in all, and we're on chapter 4. Next we're going to be going into science and Genesis. That'll be fun. I wish I could do these videos longer. I would just sit here and read this whole book. But I've had so many issues uploading videos that I'm just going to do the short videos per chapter. That way if it messes up, I don't have to go through the entire book all over again. But I thank you guys. Next time we'll be starting on chapter 4. Thank you for watching. And I will see you again soon.